Welcome back to Pete's Backyard Barbecue. The day after Thanksgiving, it's Pete's famous turkey carcass soup. We put about 3 chicken stock in here. We throw the carcasses in with all the herbs and spices still there. We've got carrots, celery, onions, apples. You could basically put almost anything in there. We even put some oranges for a little citrus. And we're gonna go ahead and boil that up for an hour, and that'll help get any extra meat off. We'll strain it, and then we'll add more vegetables in and some noodles and some rice and make some turkey carcass soup. Let's go. So after we put everything in the pot, we're just using the same roaster we used for the turkey, for one of our turkeys. The other we used on the green egg. And so this will actually go all the way up to 450 degrees, and we're gonna boil it. And once it comes to a boil, we're gonna let it go for about an hour. And then that way we'll just strain it all, and all the extra meat from the carcass will actually just fall off the bone. So we'll come out here and check it out from time to time, but it really makes a good soup. All right, as you can see, things are coming to a boil. So we've waited about an hour before we dig in and start peeling up off the meat and straining for our broth. So we're gonna get our celery, carrots, onions. We got our Viking knife. Let's go. So we've strained the turkey parts out of the main mixture, and we got the broth with the vegetables cooking, and then we're just peeling apart the good meat and gonna put the meat in last since it's already been cooked into our soup. All right, pro tip is, if you want to stop from crying, do not remove this until the last. You can remove this part, but the root is where all the juices are. So you want to cut that off last. So pro tip number 2. Pro tip number 1 was keep the root on. Pro tip number 2 is to slice your onions. You're going to start putting them in a vertical pattern, both horizontal and vertical. You don't want to cut all the way through, and you'll see why in a minute. But after we do our vertical slices, we're going to do horizontal slices.
52-0.
Oh no, now someone's injured. This is awful.
Gotta be a little careful, watch your fingers. Then once we get there, we put it on its side, and you'll see that now the slices are small. That's a little vertical, horizontal, and then horizontal slicing. There you go, boom, pro tips. All right, we got our onions in there. And I like my vegetables not completely mushy. So we're only gonna put these in for about 15 minutes, and then we'll add the noodles, the rice, and the turkey. All right, so we got the soup going with the stock, and all the vegetables have been in there for about 15 minutes. Now we're gonna start adding all the final assembly. This is all the egg noodles. We're just using 2 packs of egg noodles. Controversial wild rice in addition to the noodles. It just makes the flavor a little better. And then our turkey carcass. Tons of meat that you would not normally get from carving the bird. Let's add that in. Oh yeah. And then oftentimes you'll have people seasoned as taste. I just want to put a little salt in there. A little pepper. Just for a little kick, we're gonna do a little Tony's Creole. Oh yeah. Then people get salt and pepper the way they want. And there we go, turkey carcass soup. Ooh la la.